We need to talk about something strange that seems to have happened in our settlements and in our Fallout games. And that is the strangeness of availability. The fact that when you want to build a house, when you want to build a player house, when you want to build anything for your guys, you seem to be able to find exactly that item that you're looking for. I'm not talking about the wood. I mean, wood is going to be everywhere. I'm not talking about metal. Metal is going to be everywhere. But isn't it strange how you're able to find lots of chairs? Fully battered chairs, sure, but nevertheless, you're able to find chairs, you're able to find dresses, you're able to find toolboxes, you're able to find beds, you're able to find little coffee tables to put things on, you're able to find little kind of crates, you're able to find kind of bathtubs, etc., etc. And just think about this for a second. If you're building in Sanctuary, if you're building in Covenant, sure, these are old post-war houses, there's going to be stuff all over the place for you to use. Oh look, there's a chair, there's a table. But supposing you're building in a settlement in the middle of nowhere, one of those farms, where on earth are you getting these fully functional coffee tables from? Where on earth are you getting these kind of furnished chairs from? They don't fit because you shouldn't be able to get them. And how come this is actually a fully functioning table with 4 legs? How come the bed is actually, I mean, how did you get the bed all the way from a house to the shack that you've just built? And before you know it, before you realize it, there's something in your head that's telling you, this isn't real. This is a simulation. Someone is trying to persuade me that this is in fact a real place when it's in fact not a real place at all. This is something that has been set up to look like it's a real place, but once you kind of engage the brain, you realize this can't be the case. People would be making scrappy items out of scrap wood. The table wouldn't be a table, it would just be kind of like, you know, a couple of sheets of wood laid across a tire or something like that. I mean, supposing I haven't got a chair, why is no one just sitting on a crate or a big block or something like that? Isn't it weird how like the bed is actually a bed as opposed to just like a, you know, a place where you just kind of manage to kind of lay your head? What I'm saying is, where are the objects that are genuinely, absolutely made of junk? You know, really properly junk tables, junk chairs, junk beds, junk containers, junk this, junk that. You know, where is this stuff? Because if you truly had people living out in a nuclear wasteland, especially away from the old towns and cities, their furniture would be made of absolute junk. And to do that, to get that effect, we don't need to recreate it or saw it or hammer it or chisel it, because luckily for you, all we need to do is mod it. Welcome to Mod It, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes there are mods that I've been thinking about for a while. Oh, I really wish there was a mod that did this. I'd love it if they changed this about the game, and you go and get those mods. And sometimes there are mods you know that you're not interested in, and you see them on the Nexus, and you kind of think, oh, that's a nice idea, or you kind of think, I'm not really interested in that. But sometimes there are mods that you never thought about, you never knew existed, but as soon as you see it, you think, yes, I cannot live without that mod. If there's anything that fits into that category for you, leave it in the comment section. Tell me what kind of ideas spring to your mind. But this mod, when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, this mod is absolute genius. I cannot live without the mod, because like I was saying in the introduction, it actually just doesn't make sense. I mean, I know that I'm in the institute here to kind of prove this point of kind of being of things kind of being fake, but you know, supposing I was out in the middle of nowhere, where the frick am I getting these real shelves from, these real beds and so on? It doesn't make sense. It's immersion breaking once you kind of realize it. So the mod that we're going to be looking at, I have to say, I think it's quite badly named, because I wouldn't have known what it was. Now, I found this mod through one of Oxhorn's mod videos. Now, Oxhorn is a lovely little YouTuber. I love his voice, and he does these lovely little compilation mods, whereas I tend to do kind of one at a time. And I was having a look through one of his, and I found this mod here. It's called Thematic and Practical. I personally think they should change the name, because I wouldn't have found it, and I'm honest, I wouldn't have even clicked on it. But it's amazing. It's this thing here. It's the Scavenger Edition. There's a few little things in here, and it's this one called Scavenger Edition, which is the one that I am so excited to show you about here. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to where it says Thematic and Practical, which is in the mod menu, and we've got 2 areas. Now, the first one is this thing called Trading Emporium, which is this cool trading structure thing. I'll just kind of show it to you here if I can just quickly build it. It's basically just a triangular shaped object where you can put your traders, and you can put them in, and it's pretty cool, and you can put it back in it, and it's nice. However, that is not the amazing bit for me. The amazing bit for me is in the other section, which is this Scavenger. Now, in here we've got sleeping furniture, chairs, tables, shelves, containers, miscellaneous, and a kind of an experimental section which the author is still working on, all of which are made of junk and rubbish. Look at this. Look at this. This is a bed. Let me just turn off the glow so you can see these kind of more clearly. This is a bed which is made of crates, of a mattress, and a basketball hoop. Here's one made of blocks and tires. Here's one made of a railing at the back. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, I don't know about you, but as soon as I saw that, I was just like, yes, this is what the junk reclaimed wasteland needs to actually be. There's some kind of cool little pillows and sleeping bags you can put in different colors in case you've always wanted the pink sleeping bag, and the same goes for the chairs. There's one here that's looks like a crate with a couple of sticks sticking out of it, but go a bit further. Look, this chair is just a set of tires and a block, and you can sit in them. I mean, how cool is this? I mean, it just makes perfect sense. I'm probably going to overly do this idea that this just makes so much sense. But this is what living in the wasteland 200 years after a massive nuclear war should be like. You're not going to be able to find anything and everything that you always wanted to find. You're going to make things out of other things. Do you know what I mean? If I go into the tables, we've got a coffee table made out of an old drawer and a sack. Another coffee table which is just breeze blocks. A lot of the same materials appear again and again, but I think that's great. Basically it's just scrap wood over and over. A table made out of pipes. I love this one. I absolutely adore this one. This is a table that they haven't been able to get all 4 legs from, so they balanced it up with a kind of an old oil barrel, and I just think it just brings so much kind of more law. I don't even know if law friendliness is the word, but rusticness, perhaps. Bar table here. There's 3 versions of bar table, so you could make a kind of bar out if you want. And shelves as well. Look at this. Shelves that are made of. Let me find a place where I can put these up without it looking too weird. That's weird. Shelves that are made of different weird bits of wood. We've got the basketball hoop making another kind of appearance here. And all of these shelves, by the way, are compatible with Do-It-Yourself, which is another mod I have covered on this channel, which I absolutely adore. Do-It-Yourself is a brilliant way of decorating things really, really quickly. If you just head over to the furniture section, Do-It-Yourself has like stacks of clutter that you can kind of put together instantly, and you can see that they will go on there like this, whatever it happens to be. So this is one mod. You don't have to have the do-it-yourself for this mod to work. The mod works anyway, but it happens to be compatible with this to combine these 2 brilliant ideas together. So if I just head back over to where I was, Thematic and Practical, Scavenger. I was in the shelving section, so you got one here with let's go over here. We've got some smaller ones as well for the really kind of squashed up areas. We've got another kind of full shelving rack kind of made up of reclaimed wood, and another one, and then containers as well, so you can place these and actually kind of store objects in them. This one is a brilliant idea. This is a fridge which is broken, fallen over, and if I exit out here, I can transfer my stuff into this to kind of store my food into it. Now, I don't think, although I'm not sure, that it will actually appear in there, but let's just find out. No, so it's not a visual one here, but it is a storage unit which is going to look really, really good for you. And this one, I love this one. You've got a counter for kind of various shops and things, but look, it's a doghouse. Hasn't it bothered you that you are always able to find a little dog house for dog meat? Now, you don't have to have found one. You could have made one. You love your little doggy friend so much that he will just run in there and he will use it. Now, I haven't got the foggiest where freaking dog meat has gone. He should have followed me in here, but he does use it. If you click dog meat and then click on him, he goes in, and I had it back. Yeah, had it working up in Sanctuary. He's as happy as Larry in here, and then there's an experimental armor store here, which obviously hasn't been kind of fully decorated yet, but if you assign a settler to it, they will stand behind it and use it like a just like a kind of a normal store once they kind of manage to get around the back of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the stuff out of this house and I'm going to redecorate it, add a scrap, and we'll see what you guys think of the difference. All right, back in a sec. So here we are again, same location, except this time all of the furniture is made out of rubbish. The shelves are made out of reusable wood. We've got a sleeping bag as part of the sofa. We've got one of those tire chairs to sit on there. I've got one of the junk bar tables there with a few decorations kind of shoved on it. Still got the bathtub. Let's face it, I've got a wash. Now I've got a junk bed instead. Let's get my character to kind of stand up. I'm still using the decorations from Do It Yourself to kind of fill my the shelves, but it's not what's on the shelves, it's the issue that we're looking at here. It's the shelves themselves, which we are now making out of a kind of more junk-like material, and I think it is just brilliant. One of those mods that once I saw it, I knew I could not be without it. A couple of lovely little ones here that I didn't show you before. There's a couple of armchairs here that are kind of made out of the kind of cushions. You can make the cushions out of a razor, whatever the razor plant is, and razor grain, and you can kind of color them, and this is kind of put those together, and you can even kind of recline on it. So I'm sure some of my future moddits will have me starting lounging about on that. So this mod is called Thematic and Practical, and is by Slike. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's 5like or Slike, and I've already endorsed it because as soon as I started putting them down, I was like, this is cool. It's been out since roughly the beginning of July, and the latest version was just a couple of days ago, so hopefully this will be continued to be updated. I would love to, the link for this is in the description. I would love to see more stuff like this from 5like and from other users as well. The latest version was 25th of July, and I would love to see kind of more styles of furniture and chairs and beds that are either kind of made out of other things, or maybe you could have them kind of I don't know, just different versions of the furniture that we use kind of a lot of, to kind of make things kind of feel sort of kind of more friendly. I think it's a really, really great idea and a lovely way to bring individuality to the settlements. So thank you to him, and thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more build its and mod its and role plays and things from me. And I'll see you guys real soon. Take care. Goodbye.